What's up everybody, my name is Marvin, better known as Ven from the TTV channel, which is a YouTube channel hosted by a team of young creative talent. We've worked on this channel for several years, and while a lot has changed, I am happy to say that we have maintained the same passion for building, collecting, and playing with LEGO that we had all those years ago. And we are more than excited to be able to bring all these qualities with us to the LEGO Live event in New York. There we'll be able to show you some of the cool creations we made out of LEGO Boost. So until then, I thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
And we're live! Welcome to the TTV Podcast, episode 284. I'm Meso.
I'm Bar.
I'm Prpl.
And I'm Invi.
And how's everybody doing this fine Friday evening?
Whoa, look at you. Your actual, energy for once.
Yeah, I know.
Meso! You're feeling
with
alive,
energy.
man.
I really like doing the podcast at this time. What can I say? I'm not half dead. I'm fed. I got drank. I don't want to go to bed.
Dude, for the longest time, I felt like the TTV podcast was completely unlistenable because you were just dead to the world every time.
Wow.
Hey guys.
Literally, you would start off the episode and you'd be like, alright,
How's
welcome to the
life
TTV
and
podcast episode, whatever. Here we are again.
I know I definitely was that way for about 3 months after G2 ended.
I'm still that way.
Yeah.
G2.
Wow.
Listen, man.
G2 exists, what's in life? What's the point in living?
It's kind of like when you've really committed to a relationship, just hardcore, right? You double down to that relationship, and you're like, I'm going to marry this girl. And it turns out she's a psychopath or something, or she's racist or something, And it's just it's something that's just a huge deal breaker. But you've been together for 4 years, and you're like, I don't know what to do. And you finally come to terms with the fact that this relationship is going nowhere and it's incredibly toxic. But before you get the chance to break up with her, she gets hit by a car and dies. And I'm on one hand, it's all right, cool. I guess there's just a higher power looking out for me and trying to make it easy for me. But on the other hand, my girlfriend just died. Where do I go now? This is traumatic. And not only did she die, but you were there, walking across the street, to her house to break up with her. As she walked outside to come meet with you, is when she got hit by that car, right? So it's you're the cause of her death, right? You let her out. You're the one who brought her out to the street, and she died not realizing that the last thing that was going to happen to her was that she was going to get broken up with.
That's really depressing, Bar.
That was a very specific analogy. Are you
okay?
And
it's all right, cool. So we're not in this relationship anymore. It wasn't all that great to begin with, but at the same time, I really loved that girl. And now I watched her die right in front of me.
You don't get to clear your conscience of.
You don't get to clear your conscience. Exactly. And that trauma just follows you into your next relationships and everything else you try to get into. It's just, it doesn't work. You can't feel it. Nothing gives you the satisfaction like that one racist girl who died in front of you.
Life's just not the same without her.
And that, my friends, is BIONICLE.
Is there a reason you're single, Bar?
For me, G2 is much more like trying to get back together with an ex who you broke up with all those years ago. And just the magic just isn't there anymore, and it's just not the same.
You hope she's changed for the better, but
she's really pretty though. She cleaned up quite well, except great graphics, but she's just not. She's just not there. She didn't mature over that course that you guys are separated.
Nope.
BIONICLE.
Rest in peace. I wonder what Merlin Mann's up to.
Probably doing way better things with
I wonder what Merlin Mann thought of The Last Jedi. He was really into Star Wars.
Yeah, right. I remember he was telling a story about going to go see Phantom Menace and being extremely disappointed.
I bet he'd be down to guest star again someday. I don't know what we'd talk about.
It'd be a cool follow-up, yeah. We could try to do that one.
Interest. Just cool dude. So,
yeah.
What have you all been up to this week?
I binged Danganronpa 3, or V3.
It's been 84 years.
I finished it in a week.
Yes, Prpl finally found the third game that she's really sunk her teeth into.
Prpl, you tick me off so much. because you're really hypocritical.
Immensely irritating.
You're extremely irritating, and you make zero sense to me.
Why is that?
Because you have, you've got these set rules, these guidelines to how you live your life, right? This is okay. This is not okay, right? One of those things that's not okay in your guidebook is like video games, right? Video games are lame and a waste of time. And you
it's
shouldn't
not that.
do
It's
video games.
I've always I don't have a problem with video games. It's just I myself have always felt guilty about playing them because they're fun, but I'm not really improving myself. Like I'm not working on comics or doing homework or anything like that. So like it like sort of tainted my interest in video games, I guess. But now I'm like trying to fix that.
I guess that's more fair. However, it doesn't match with my narrative of painting you as a total hypocrite. So I'm going to go back to
Sorry, you're wrong, Var.
Anyway, so this hard line that you hate video games, and then next and then the next week you're playing the same video game all freaking week.
All week.
Wait, listen. I had to finish it because the fandom is notorious about spoilers. And I did not want to get spoiled for anything.
How about you just don't look up the stupid thing? How about that? How about you just stop
I
looking it
don't
up?
actively look it up, but sometimes stuff just pops up.
You're full
and
of
like
it.
I was able to avoid spoilers, but
You're
like
full of it. Let me pull up a. I gotta Bing Danganronpa.
Don't do that. I'll get you a picture.
Oh.
Don't do it. Don't
do it. There's spoilers everywhere.
Prpl can't even stay away from Egypt.
I'm gonna do it. Ranpan.
No.
Logo. I'll look up the logo. Okay, I can't get spoiled by looking at the logo.
I swear to God, you will.
That would be really funny if I did.
There is a spoiler logo.
Like 15 minutes before the podcast, I just looked up Danganronpa V3 ending and like began to read an article about it. But...
Did you really?
I didn't actually. Yeah.
Oh, I should probably actually check the stream and make sure people can hear us. I didn't even think to do that. So we've probably been talking for like just like the past like 30 minutes, and like it hasn't been 30 minutes, but
30 minutes.
Dude, listen, man, you never know. You never know. All right. So we are live right now. 16 people are currently watching on the YouTube. So let me check the chat, see if they're complaining about anything. Fixing your interest in video games is a strange concept. Okay, it looks like they can hear us. Cool. Just wanted to make sure. Cool.
I like it. I like it lots.
I like it lots too. So, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, Danganronpa. Ronpa. Anyway, yeah, Prpl. I hate you. You're awful. You do this thing and that thing, and then I don't like that thing that you do.
For years, I've wanted Prpl to play Ace Attorney, and yet she plays a very Ace Attorney-esque game.
That isn't Ace Attorney.
Prpl.
Purple.
Kind of boring.
Purple.
Prpl, drag off.
Sorry, guys.
That sounds gross. I don't know what that is, but I don't want any part of it.
Drag off.
Oh well, whatever. I'm happy that you're enjoying something, I guess.
Yay! I'm like low-key tempted to go back and play the second game.
Well, I'm
just to, like...
We are playing the second game, what do you mean?
Yeah, but we haven't done it recently, and like...
The only reason we haven't done it recently is because you're always playing the third one!
Well, I thought you just didn't want to play!
What are you talking about?! You never even asked!
You just say something!
You never even asked!
I did ask you one time and you said no, not tonight, sorry!
Yo, I was doing stuff that night!
It was my first night on the job.
It's my first night on the job!
Bring back the Hero Factory memes.
Yes, all the memes.
I just kind of assumed that maybe you just didn't want to hang out with me anymore.
No. That is incorrect.
No.
I don't believe you.
No. Or I do want to play the game with you.
No. Alright, fine. We'll play the game, and when it's finally released in the Patreon live... Oh, spoilers.
What?
It was a hint of things to come, guys, and you didn't get it. And it made
Hopefully.
Me feel bad. Hopefully. One day when it's finished.
Yeah. It's a long game, dude.
It is a long game. Here's the thing. Here's the problem that I've realized is that we've been voice acting the whole thing the whole time. While it's fun, I do think it's really slowing our progress down.
Yeah.
Like, tremendously.
Yeah. To be honest, we could just, like... I don't know. I don't want to say we could just skip some sections, but... Because, like, important stuff is kind of sprinkled throughout everything. But... I don't know.
Oh, Adam says we should play Night in the Woods. It's actually probably a good suggestion.
Oh, yeah, I've played that. It's fun.
Yeah, I have not played that, but it looks cool.
I played
It's
Day
really
in the
cool
Forest.
looking.
I don't. Wait, Meso, no one cares what you played. Excuse me. What do you think this is?
Afternoon among the trees.
A
that was
conversation
decent
between
one.
4 people? I don't think so. Excuse me.
But, dude, it was a very serious game. I really enjoyed it. Sorry.
I don't even know what game he was talking about.
Afternoon among the trees. That's what I played.
You actually should play Getting Over It. I mean, like, I would love to do more non-Lego related stuff.
Same.
It's not what gets views, though.
Nope.
Well, I
I'd
mean,
love to do it.
Guys, it's very unprofessional. We need to really be Lego focused, specifically Bionicle, in my opinion. So I don't know why you want to.
always is back to Bionicle, dude.
Always.
I've got to.
I don't know why you want to go that way.
I know, like, I'm essentially going to write myself off as the most hated member of the TTV podcast, but
Go
Oh,
on.
boy.
controversial opinion, freaking hate Bionicle.
Listen, I halfway agree. I hate what Bionicle has become. I hate that I can't think of it without it being tinged with negativity, both from G2 but also from the community. I wish I could just go back to how I was 5 years ago.
Yeah, like pre-TTV, yeah.
Or at least pre G2.
Pre-G2 at least, yeah. For sure.
Remember how hyped we were when G2 was announced, bouncing off the walls? If it comes back, I'll never be that hyped again.
I'll never be that hyped either, yeah.
It's gone. It's just evaporated.
Lego could, like, send us a message and be like, hey, TTV, guys, we're bringing Bionicle back in, like, 2 years, and you can have the first look at all the sets. Here's everything. And I'll be like, can you just send that to someone else?
Yeah.
Oh.
Get that out of here.
Send it to
I'm
me,
just-
I'll take all the sets.
I'm not interested.
The fans and the fan community and their cool stuff is the only thing keeping me going. People like Prpl, all the BrickFeed, people making amazing sets, and Umatu.
Yeah,
and all
for sure.
They're cool.
The people working on Bionicle movies, props to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
We
Okay.
did a really awesome thing.
That was okay. That was legitimately some of the most fun I
That
have
was the.
had doing any live stream ever.
It was probably one of the best things we've ever done. At least recently. For those who don't know, we did a live script reading of Bionicle Revolution, a partial script reading, the canceled Bionicle fan movie by Felsafe42. Someone leaked the script, one of his voice actors, and we were like, "Hey, it'd be fun to overdub that and live stream it." And it was so good.
It was
I don't know if it'll be on the
way
channel.
funnier than I was expecting it to be honest.
It might be on the channel by the time this is up. Please watch it. You will not regret it. I
Yeah.
guarantee it. It was so funny.
It was so good. Oh my gosh.
Oh
Like-
man,
We started reading it out like in private call when like we realized it was canceled and that the script was out there, and like we were doing it out loud just like naturally because it was fun, and we realized, oh my gosh, this actually is pretty entertaining. We should record this.
Parents don't love their children.
And then it just got so much better, dude. It was so much better than I thought it would be. Anyway,
Yeah.
I had a good time. I was sitting in my night class, college, and it's usually a really boring class. And that's bad to say because it's only been the second time I've been to that class so far. But having to sit there for like 3 hours, it was very nice listening to you guys reading it while I had nothing else to do because it kept me
Aw.
going through a class.
That's awesome. I'm glad you.
yeah, that's pretty
enjoyed
cool,
it.
dude. I like.
We would have loved both of you there.
It would have been nice to have more people there.
I think Vince.
You guys were
stepped
good on your own.
up. Just think about it this way, I guess. Before I besmirch you, Prpl, if you had been there, you would have voiced your DACA. And instead-
I
instead
legitimately
Vin
would
voiced-
not have been comfortable with that, to be honest.
I think it was much funnier having Vince.
You could have done Rewire.
That's true,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. Why do I only gotta be the girl characters, Var, huh?
I mean,
Well-
you can try to voice a male character if you want.
It was so funny. Ben was flirting with himself.
His girl voice. Oh my god.
Dude, his Radaka was hilarious. His Pride Act was the highlight of the night, though. Pride Act was incredible. Any scene with Pride Act in that entire script was one of the greatest things ever witnessed. It was just amazing.
Yep. And then the amazing plot twist, which I will not spoil.
Can't spoil it. Yeah, you guys have to either read the script on your own or watch the video, because
I'll put a timestamp
gosh.
in the description to the greatest moment, but it's when like a crazy plot twist happens. And we had this really great idea to because he actually did in the script, he put there was a song that played at one point. And we played that song when it was mandated, but then later on we just started playing Naruto music, Dark Souls soundtrack.
It's so well, dude.
Sad music, and it just made it so much better. So I think going forward we might do more stuff like that.
Where are your scripts?
I don't know how. And we know at least one idea we can probably do.
Yeah.
But I don't really know what else.
I mean, we probably won't end up doing too much more, because I don't know if there is that much more to really work with, but there's definitely at least one idea for sure. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
I think what got me was the ending part when you started playing the Mask of Light music.
William Furno Studios gave me the idea. He was like, "Hey, play it. Just play it. It'd be funny." And I was like, "Okay, sure."
It was the perfect ending, man. It was the perfect ending.
Tommy Meso gets to end.
Tommy Meso.
Tommy Meso. My favorite line, and I'm gonna spoil this line because I just think it's really encapsulating of the entire stream, was as the line that you gave, Meso, playing Sartix as Tommy Wiseau. And
are you kidding?
Are you kidding was really good, but my favorite line was, you tore her apart. Now I will tear you apart.
I always loved how you inserted different lines from the room right after, oh hi Mark.
It's so sad because it was a line you gave that I think most people didn't really pick up on, because we were all kind of talking. It kind of fell under the wayside, but it was a very underrated joke. I thought it was great.
I tear you apart. My favorite line was probably, again, slight spoiler. I'm sorry, Rewire. We slaughtered you, killed you, and for what? Because you're different?
You must be kidding me.
So, essentially, if you like the comedy, go watch it. I'll put it out by the time this goes up.
It's so good. Yeah, guys, please watch it. It is really funny. If not, at least check out someone else's dramatic rereading. I don't know.
Yes,
I'm sure it's going to be just as entertaining.
There's going to be a lot of potential for comedy with this script. That's for sure. So that was one thing we did.
Yeah.
As far as other interesting things that happened this week, the Venom trailer came out.
Ew, I still haven't seen that.
Have you really not?
Yeah.
I mean, you're not missing too much.
I think it's time for a live reaction. No.
Nah. Well, actually could be kind of. Well, I'm not going to set that up.
Copyright.
No thanks.
I wouldn't really risk it with a movie trailer.
Yeah, you're right.
Trailers are one thing, but essentially, I thought that I'm seeing it around on the internet. I'm saying people are going this trailer sucked. This trailer is terrible.
Here we go.
This trailer is the worst thing in the world, and. Was it the greatest trailer ever made? No. But I do actually think there's some potential there. The plot seems interesting. The character insight was cool. There was a lot of well-choreographed action in the trailer. And even if all that doesn't float your boat, at least the CGI on Venom was on point. At least
he was
Venom
really
looks awesome. And no one can take that away from them.
Meso, you've said the same joke 3 times at least.
But never on recording.
Yeah, sure. What is even going on in some of these scenes? There are scenes where people are getting force pushed or whatever, and cars are getting force pushed, and I'm like, what movie is this? What's causing that?
Looks great, guys.
In all seriousness, I thought it was probably one of the worst movie trailers I've ever seen.
Really, that bad, huh?
At least in recent memory.
I absolutely agree. I think it was a absolutely garbage trailer.
It looked like a low budget YouTube like parody fan film.
There are literal like actual fan films out there that I think look better than this. Like I remember seeing like one that someone made like a fan Nightwing movie or whatever.
Yes.
And, like they made a trailer to that. That was better than this.
There were like these static shots, like he had like a GoPro and he was just like walking around.
Yeah.
Or, like a shoulder-mounted camera, and he was just freaking out in a bed. The symbiotes in a lab. The action was so generic. The
Everything looks bad.
So cringy. Everybody has their thing. You know, the car crash, death of a loved one, or whatever. It's like, what is this movie?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that I realized while watching it is that you could replace the title of this movie with literally anything else, and it would still fit about as much as Venom does.
Yeah.
Like I don't
know what this movie was.
I didn't know what the movie was about going into it. I had no idea what they were going to do, how they were going to make a Venom movie, even a movie. And leaving that trailer, I still have no idea what this movie even is.
No.
Hi, kitty. Wow.
Hi, Kitty.
Oh, hi, kitty. Come here. But yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, and I'm seeing a lot of people
of not even showing Venom in the trailer.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I was about to say that. Like, I'm seeing a lot of people like actually defending the trailer and like giving it a pass for not showing Venom because it's like, oh, guys, well, it's just a teaser trailer. It's a teaser. It's meant to tease the movie.
Imagine if they did the first Spider-Man Homecoming tease,
and you never saw Spider-Man.
Zendaya, the Vulture. You know, it's like. Whatever his sidekick.
Like the first trailer for Spider-Man: Homecoming just has like Tom Holland walking around screaming at things, and then like
just about Peter Parker.
it's just Peter Parker walking around screaming, and like he has like a really vague internal monologue, like we all have
everybody has their thing.
Everyone
Some
has their
people have
thing.
a vibranium shield. Some people have an iron suit.
But I've got a different thing, and it shows like a flash of like his hand. There's like a little scar on it. And then it cuts, and then you see people screaming and like pushing like objects with their force powers, and it cuts back to him, and he's like, "No!"
And you just see webs flying.
I might go recut this trailer actually. See if I can whip something up. I'd have to record some voiceover, but
yeah, it's like it's just a teaser. They can't. Imagine you watch the freaking Han Solo teaser and you never saw Han Solo. The movie is about him. Why you can't just not show the thing that you're paying to see? It's what the movie is. Otherwise, you watch this trailer and it's literally the most generic-looking action thriller film that you could ever see. Like I said, replace this title, it could be anything. Literally anything. There's nothing in this trailer that ties it back to Venom other than that stupid little symbiote you see like for 2 seconds.
In a lab.
In a lab.
The way they cut him screaming is so weird. Like they just like cut out some frames and keep like jumping throughout his
It's really
scream.
strange. It's weird because like I was saying this before out of recording, but they somehow managed to make Tom Hardy look really gross. That's something that I noticed.
Maybe that's the point.
Maybe that is the point. But like Tom Hardy's not an ugly dude. But this like the way they shot the movie just doesn't look good. The lighting is off, the framing is off, and like they zoom in on Tom Hardy's ugly face, and it's all like it's like purple and like gross to look at, and there's like you'd see all the pores in his skin, and he's sweating, and it's just so gross.
I completely agree.
It's art, man.
It's art.
I don't know.
A real Hollywood movie.
So I don't know. There was all this speculation going on Reddit because the Sony Twitter was like trolling people beforehand. I guess people were like, "Yeah, is Tom Holland gonna be in the movie? Tom Hardy or Tom Holland?" They were like, "Tom." And they were like, "So which one?" And they were like, "It's a good name." And they're just being coy about it because there's been speculation for months about whether Tom Holland is gonna cameo. Because some people have leaked it, like, oh, he is. It's like, oh, it's gonna be a pseudo MCU movie where, like, oh, Tom Holland's in it, but not Spider-Man.
Right.
And I really hope they don't. I don't want.
I hope there's no connection at all.
Anywhere near.
This movie hasn't given me any reason for me to want there to be a connection.
Nope.
You know, and like, okay, here's the thing about the teaser thing, right? Another thing about that. Like, people are like, oh, it's just a teaser. You don't need to show Venom. You don't need to show anything. And I'm like, cool, but at least give me a reason to see the movie then. If you're not going to show the main character, at least show something. Show something that with substance, something that's a draw to the movie, something that's going to make me actually want to pay for a ticket and see what's going on.
Waiting for that one shot that made me go like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that was kind of cool.
Every trailer has it, even if it's something superficial.
Yeah,
like
that money shot at the very end where it's like a big
Every
like
trailer.
CGI thing that looks really cool, or even at the start. Solo
Like the
had
Batman vs Superman trailer. It was Batman looking up to the sky with his glowing eyes, and Superman's there. You know, Suicide Squad, and had like a bunch of different cool scenes that you go like, oh, this movie's it's gonna be pretty interesting. You know, this trailer, nothing.
Nothing at all.
Boring, bland, generic.
But you know,
Party reaction gif.
you know what is a good teaser trailer that was actually released?
Solo.
Well, I mean, I did like Solo's trailer a lot.
Teaser
I was going to say Deadpool.
Okay.
Deadpool is an example of a teaser trailer that actually did the whole teaser thing right.
Probably one of the greatest trailers I've seen.
Yeah,
I haven't
because
seen it either.
Same.
Maybe
Come
you
on,
want
guys.
your Danganronpa coma.
for real.
Well, I was just not interested in watching it since I have not involved myself with anything Deadpool related.
You should watch the first movie. It's really funny. All right.
Yeah,
Might not
maybe.
be his thing.
My morality conflicts with wanting to see it.
Oh no.
All right.
No,
all right.
I don't know. I'm very hit and miss with that sort of
Nothing
thing.
is above mortal morality.
Here's the thing, right? So the original Deadpool teaser trailer, right? It was a scene essentially created specifically for the trailer. It's probably not going to even be in the movie at all. But that's okay. They don't need to show us a scene from the movie because they're showing us what we want to see, and that's Deadpool. They're showing us the character that we want to pay movie tickets to actually go see on the big screen, doing something that Deadpool would do. That's enough to sell tickets. You don't need to show the scene. You don't need to show the movie. You don't need to. I just realized there's nudity in that trailer. Awesome.
Oh no.
Sorry.
Did you put a poster on the stream?
Yeah.
No way.
It was a little booty.
Well, alright.
Good game, guys.
Good game, guys. Completely forgot that was there.
GG, Marty.
Oh, God.
GG.
Okay, so like I'm watching the stream and he's literally taking all of his clothes off. How did you not?
I wasn't paying attention to it, okay?
How? Did... Alrighty.
Whoops.
Listen, okay. Fine. But the point that I was making, though, is that you don't need to actually show the movie, right? You don't need to show anything from the movie. You don't need to spoil anything. You can have a teaser that doesn't spoil what the movie is about, while also still giving people like a reason and a draw to be interested in your film. The Venom trailer didn't do that.
Nope.
It's complete fluff. It was stupid.
Everyone has their thing. Some have good movies. I'm a bad boy. The Deadpool trailer also got in a really good DC diss, as Prpl points out. Why aren't the special effects done? It's a robotic arm. It's not like we're removing a mustache. Greatest diss ever. Rip Henry Cavill.
Yeah. Alright,
So-
Rip DC.
Anyway.
What else happened?
Well, there's a couple things that I know we could talk about, but like Mange, Prpl, you guys have anything interesting going on in your lives?
Not really. I haven't
Yeah,
talked
it was
about anything interesting.
It was a pretty normal week for me, I guess.
You guys are
Nothing.
dull.
Nothing worth
I
commenting
already
on.
talked about it.
You only have the one thing, Prpl? Only one thing happened in your entire life this whole week?
Coma.
I mean, I don't know. That's kind of a big thing for me. Like, I haven't been so interested in a franchise since Ninjago, like 4 years ago, so.
Wow.
Alright, Prpl,
Not
why...
even Noctis.
Yeah, he's okay.
Not even Prompto?
He's okay, too.
He's okay.
Man,
I
she's
mean,
moved
I
on.
like these characters, but, like,
You're so
I don't know. Danganronpa just has a more interesting story.
Alright.
Alright.
Or stories, since there's, like, multiple.
Mange,
What's up?
have you done anything of intrigue?
Well, last Saturday, I bought some airplane
all right,
tickets.
cool, good to know.
Dude, it's a pretty big deal. I mean, it was a lot of money.
How about those $8,000?
Dude, when you posted that, I like flipped out. $8,000 airplane tickets.
Nobody even knows what's going on. So, I've been planning out my summer, and this summer I'm going to Thailand, and I was trying to think of if I was going to go from Thailand straight to BrickFeed instead of coming home first and then unpacking all my stuff and whatnot. And so I've been tracking different flights on Google. And one of the options, I believe this one specifically was supposed to have me have a layover in India on like going from Thailand to India and then over to DC. And it jumped from $1,600 to $8,900 for the ticket. It was,
Did you buy
thank
it?
goodness, no. Yes, in fact, I am now heavily in debt. I'm probably screwed over for the rest of my life, so that was worth it, though. I mean, that layover in India, man. I get to meet all the people at... Never mind, I'm not going to go for those jokes.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
But I bought my tickets to Thailand. I still have to... I'm going to come back and then fly to DC afterwards. But that was still about $1,100. So that was a nice purchase.
Wow. Well, all right then.
So that's in May. That'll be fun.
That is pretty interesting.
Nice. Well, you know, we're doing our own little bit of traveling, too.
Lego
Yeah.
Live.
New York, everybody! Lego Live.
This episode goes up, we'll be there.
Well, oh, yeah, we will, huh? That really is coming up. That kind of snuck up on me a little bit.
It's coming up a little too soon for my liking. I don't feel like myself or we are prepared. But it's gonna be fine.
Nah, it'll be fine, dude.
Just anxiety.
Yeah, Princess in the live chat is saying it was announced way too late for people to make travel arrangements. Kind of agree, but at the same time, it is like it's their first attempt at doing it. They're going to be doing it again next year, so I think they probably didn't want to completely sell out first time, you know, more like test the waters kind of thing. But if you can actually go to Lego Live, I definitely recommend doing it because we are going to be managing the boost section over there, Lego Boost. So if you guys are interested in catching up with us, checking out our whole presentation and everything, it'll be over there. We also have a awesome, really cool live stage performance prepared as well. So
Oh yes.
Ooh.
yeah,
It's gonna be glorious.
I think they're actually anticipating to sell out without a ton of promotion. I was reading the website about just getting in, and they were like, no, please, like, buy your tickets online. This is going to probably be sold out by the time you get there,
we
basically.
were
So
told to prepare our section with the idea that there would be at least like 3,000 people kind of popping in and out. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting thing for us. It's definitely new for us because we've obviously been to conventions and everything, but we've never like managed a convention space before.
We've never been a big feature. We've just kind of been there.
Yeah.
The biggest thing we've ever had to deal with is taking up aisle space for people to walk. Both like signing stuff.
Yeah, now we've been given a whole like thing.
It's quite
whole corner.
daunting, but hopefully it will go well. And I think it's
Hopefully
gonna
it
be
will go
fun
well,
for
yeah.
everyone.
And if it goes well, maybe we'll do it again. So it'll be really cool.
So,
Check it
yeah,
out.
you better do it again.
Look up Lego Live. Probably shouldn't be having pictures of Deadpool, I guess, while we're talking about Lego Live, but you know what?
nice.
New Lego
cares?
Deadpool announced.
They made like a Deadpool. Which is weird.
Yeah, well.
I imagine if they do that, it's not going to be any sets related to the movie. It's just going to
Probably.
be one of those expanded
You know,
superhero ones.
I was just reminded about something that I was really confused about, Meso.
Yeah, what?
We're flying out of the same airport,
Yep.
and as it turns out, we are apparently flying on the same airplane.
Yep.
You got your freaking travel confirmation like a week and a half ago.
Yep.
And I have been like sitting here worried, wondering when my plane was going to be confirmed or not. And I finally got it today. And the lady's like, "All right, guys, or all right, Var, I've confirmed your trip. Here's your itinerary. It's going to be great. Sorry it took so long. Turns out the airline was backed up and we couldn't get it to you. And I'm just like, oh, okay, that's fine. It's fine. Then it turns out friggin' Meso is on the same plane. So why did I have to wait an extra week for my plane ticket?
Do you guys sit near each other at all?
Oh, I have no idea.
Let's find out.
Let's find out. I'm going to pull up my itinerary right now.
I didn't even say what seat I'm on. What?
Oh,
Seat.
they usually don't. Sometimes they don't tell you the seat that you're on. You just have to go to your. You just go to the gate and check in there. Like
they assign you one.
They'll assign you one.
Highly suspect.
Meso, it's very normal. Okay.
Not for me. It's always not been that way.
How many plane trips have you actually had though?
Like 4, counting connection.
I mean. Connecting flights are a little different. At that point, you've already had your seats assigned to you. Usually,
that's true.
What was that? BrickFair 2016 and BrickFair 2017.
Flight number. I'm almost worried.
Nice.
Should we say the flight number? I feel like someone might try to assassinate us or something.
No, maybe don't. Just
someone's gonna take your ticket, man.
What are the 2 numbers it ends with?
36.
Yeah, we're on the same flight.
Oh my gosh! Why did I wait an extra week? Why did they keep me waiting?
Listen, I don't know. Are you the kind of person who likes to socialize on planes or be antisocial?
Oh, I'm extremely antisocial.
Same. I'm probably gonna sleep.
Hey,
That's
Wait,
okay.
are there people that actually like to socialize on planes? Who does that?
I mean, if you're fine.
I've done it before.
Like hang out. You play games or whatever.
I do not like talking with anyone. I don't want anyone to talk to me ever.
Same.
I don't like talking with anyone. Started a podcast.
Listen, I mean, you would be surprised at how introverted I am just by listening to this channel.
Yeah.
I can't.
Mars like really introverted.
I like socialization as much as the next guy, but there are times I like to decompress. Planes are one of those times.
Yeah,
I just catching the Z.
I'm the kind of person like I would well, no, I would never actually do this, but I would think about doing it. Giving my Uber driver a really low score just because they tried to talk to me. Because
I say wow, but I'm the same.
Yeah, it's just dude, just drive me. I don't want to talk. Please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me. You're gonna talk to me the entire trip, aren't you? Okay,
you
awesome.
You gotta make a show of putting your earbuds in.
Right? Yeah, you have to be really just rude and just
I say as I've never taken an Uber before. But
well, you're gonna be taking one now.
Yeah.
Get used to that, buddy.
Get hype. I think.
I just don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want that interaction. I just want to be taken to where I want to go and be on my way. To be fair though, I've also had a bad experience with an Uber driver talking way too much where it was me and LJ and we had taken an Uber somewhere and yeah, right? And then LJ said the stupidest thing ever, right? He said the stupidest thing ever. This guy, our Uber driver, mentioned that he was writing a book. And LJ, in his incredible knowledge, was like, so what's your book about? And that caused the worst trip I've ever taken, as this stupid guy decided he was going to talk about his dumb book for 30 freaking minutes and miss our exit 3 times!
Oh my god.
3 times!
What was the book about?
I don't know!
You remember?
Wait, was this on your work trip?
I didn't want to I didn't want to listen to him. I didn't want to be a part. I just wanted to get home. I just wanted to leave. And this stupid guy wouldn't stop talking, man.
What's the book about?
He just kept talking about his dumb freaking book.
I mean, listen, it's cool. Right?
It is cool. Okay, listen.
I get it.
It's cool he's writing a book. He was actually a really nice guy, really chill dude. But I don't want to talk. I don't want to hear about your book. I just want to get somewhere.
He wasn't a good, nice person if he missed your exit. He wasn't really thinking of you. He was thinking of his book.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, freaking LJ was like, what's your book about? And he opened it up, that freaking conversation.
Cost of an inquisitive soul.
The Uber driver's like, oh, he's asking me about my book. These guys want to have a conversation. Someone finally wants to talk to me. Meanwhile, we were kidnapped for 30 minutes.
He was trying to subject you to hearing about his book so he could sell it to you. He's a con artist.
Freaking stuck in this stupid car, trying to get to where we need to go. I couldn't believe it, man. I was watching his stupid like GPS and seeing our exit come up, and like he's like talking about his character's like relationship with some other character, and I'm just like, he's not gonna turn, because we're on the left lane, we're not even on the turning lane or the exit lane, so it's just like, yep, there it is, there it is, there it goes, there it goes, and then like another exit comes up, and it's like, take this exit now, there it is. And there it goes. Alright, cool. Back to the book. Awesome. It didn't help that he didn't have his, like, speakers on or whatever. Where it, like, tells you stuff. I've had that happen to me before, where it's like, sometimes you're, like, you're in the middle of a conversation, you miss your exit. But even still. Come on, man. Pay attention.
Update, by the way. You can book your seats online.
Oh, can you? Oh, yeah, you can probably check in through the... Okay, that makes sense.
Windows seat confirmed.
Dude,
oh, that's
nice.
When I got my Brick Fair tickets, all the only open seats I could try and take were all middle seats.
Nice.
It
Well,
sucked.
not nice.
Well, I only got like one middle seat through that whole trip. I ended up getting some windows, which were nice.
Yeah. This will be my first flight that does not have a connecting flight.
Yeah, same, actually. I was really surprised. I've never actually been on a flight that just went straight to my destination. That's going to be very low stress.
I hope so.
It's a really quick flight, too. It's only like 2 hours. Whenever I've flown to New York before, it's been like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Those other planes were stalling,
I
trying to
guess
get
so.
money out of you.
They were telling me about their
long
stupid
trip.
book.
Alright. Well,
I'm actually traveling later this month too, except I'm going to Las Vegas instead. So, yeah. I've never actually been like that far west before, so
what
I don't know
you
what to
gonna do
expect.
in Vegas?
I legit don't know. Like, I know there's other things to do in Vegas, but I don't gamble, and I don't, like, drink, and I don't do,
That's all
like,
you're
any of
gonna
that kind of
do.
stuff, so it's like...
Yeah, it just seems like you're the worst type of person to be in Vegas, of all places.
Yeah.
Just doesn't
But apparently
really
the hotels are very
It's nice to
pretty.
visit. I mean, I was there in November and December.
I
It's
mean,
nice to walk around for a little bit, but I don't know what you're gonna do for how many days you're there.
Only a
run out of
weekend.
ideas.
I
Yeah.
would love to spend a weekend in Vegas. That sounds fun.
You would probably do some very different things than me.
What are you talking about,
Drink
Prpl? I just
Lots of milk, lots of Kool-Aid.
lots of milk, lots of Kool-Aid. I'd give a lot of people like some Uber rides and like tell them about my book.
Brick by brick.
Brick by brick. How
Free audiobook. audibletrial.com/TTV. Link doesn't work anymore, I don't think.
I'm pretty sure it still works.
Still a cool book if you want to read.
audibletrial.com/TTV. It still works. Free trial
Time to
source
get those
code.
free books.
Alright.
You can get. Ooh, I was about to say that the first book I saw, but that's a political book, so I probably won't do that.
Oh, no.
Well, get Brick by Brick. I'm sure that's still up. I've actually been using Audible for a little bit, and I actually quite enjoy it. TBH. I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks recently. Really gotten into Stephen King stuff. I just finished. What was it called? Oh wow, what was it called? The Stand. Just finished The Stand. That was a freaking journey. All right. It felt like
I think I started reading that once, and then I gave up like very early in because of some of the content.
Yeah, it's not for kids, and it's not for families.
Yeah, I was in like 9th grade when I tried it.
It's a pretty adult book for sure. It's also really long. I feel like it's almost like 3 books put into one, kind of, where like the narrative really changes kind of halfway through, from this like post-apocalyptic sort of story to a completely different thing. So, but I really enjoyed it. Stephen King's really cool. I like his books. Also started. I reread all the Harry Potter books again
Hey.
for like the 10th time.
I did the same thing. I like, no lie, when we listened to them that one time, I went through like 3 loops of listening to them. I basically memorized at this point. It was very interesting. Because audiobooks are just so cool to just have on.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. Like, I just like audiobooks. Yeah, it's a really good way to like kind of get your story out there, you know, or not get your story out there. Read without having to actually devote time to reading. It's kind of like why I like listening to podcasts, because like then you can just do other things.
Let's make Bionicle Revolution the audiobook.
Bionicle Revolution, the audiobook. Oh god.
Well,
First
you've already got it written.
Yup.
The script.
All right, so there's one thing we haven't talked about yet.
Yes, another adventure.
The elephant in the room.
Yeah, dude's in the title, so might as well actually mention it, I guess.
I legit don't even. Oh.
A Logan Finn. No.
Logan Finn.
Logan Finn.
A Logan Finn.
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul, dude.
In the news again.
Again! That guy can't stay out of the news.
Interesting reasons. So, after the whole, suicide kerfluffle, where he went to the suicide forest.
I'm gonna bing Logan Paul.
Bing him, Barb.
I'm gonna bing him.
Bing him. He had all that drama. He came back and went on basically an apology tour. He went on the news. He donated $1 million, I think. I don't know if it was a full million or.
I don't even think he's donated it yet. I think he just promised to.
Wow. Okay. Well, he donated money to, I believe, suicide prevention, National Suicide Prevention. I'm not sure the exact charity, but essentially, he was trying to say, listen, suicide is obviously a very big deal. I'm trying to spread awareness, which was supposedly his initial goal, though I'm very skeptical of that. But essentially there's this attitude that, okay, well, is it still bad what he did? Yes. Does he deserve forgiveness? That's your prerogative, but there is something to be said for donating a large amount of money like that to a worthy cause.
Mm-hmm.
One of the more persuasive things I saw was like, if this is not enough to make up for your mistake, then what is?
Right.
From like just a long, prolonged period of change or whatever. So there's kind of been this attitude going on about Logan Paul that's like, all right, let's see how he does going forward. And now today, after a few videos where he's just been kind of back into the usual Logan Paul thing, YouTube has temporarily suspended his ad revenue.
Yeah.
And why did they do this? Well, not for the suicide forest, but for tasing a dead rat.
Wait, what?
For doing the Tide Pod challenge.
I actually I did not know this.
Yes. That is, I believe, the reason. Let me see if I can...
Yeah, that sounds about right.
He tased a rat and did the Tide Pod challenge?
He tased a dead rat.
Not just any rat.
Not an alive rat, mind you, that could feel pain and could be construed as animal abuse, but a dead rat. Which is weird.
That is definitely weird.
But, okay, yes, the crackdown came after Paul pulled a live fish from the water to give it faux CPR as it squirmed.
What?
Okay, that's pretty weird. And also pretty funny sounding.
As it squirmed.
No,
not Logan Paul. No.
Yeah.
That was the funniest description. I need to see this video now.
Live react.
Live react Logan Paul. Oh, no, I'm gonna pull it up. See if I can do it.
Do it. Because it's kind of a situation where because he does crazy stuff like that, does that truly mean he has not learned his lesson? It's going to come down to the intent on YouTube's part by making this stand. Are they saying that we have demonstrated that Logan Paul did not learn enough from the suicide disaster, he's back to his old ways, so we're going to reprimand? Or is it like, okay, this is bad enough on its own to justify removal of ad revenue? Did you pull it up?
No, I'm still trying to find which one it is. Oh, this fish. Okay, I remember this. Okay,
it was the fish he bought, wasn't it?
No, this is the one that almost died because. All right, so context for this, I believe what happened was the water of his koi fish pond for his house had been polluted with chlorine. So the fish, I I believe the fish were going to die regardless. I think they were all dead, and it wasn't his fault. I think something happened with the
Oh, is that why he was getting all those new fish?
Yeah, because we all actually watched a video where like he bought some new fish. I believe the fish had been poisoned by chlorine.
Okay.
Yeah. So obviously, yeah, he it appears as though he decided to film himself trying to resuscitate one of the fish.
Oh, boy.
It's so funny.
Okay.
What's the description again?
I've never watched his content. I still don't watch his content. He sounds kind of funny.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
Funny on occasion or something.
Funny on occasion. Funny in concept.
See, yeah, I hate to be a Logan Paul sympathizer, but I kind of am. I do feel like I think people are definitely trying to make headlines with this, and they're kind of blowing it out of proportion now, where it's like, all right, it's kind of this. How do I'm not even going to bother with that example.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but it just feels like, okay, so the guy obviously did something bad, right? And we should definitely dislike him for the bad thing that he did. But how about we continue to criticize him for the actual thing worth criticizing instead of the stupid, silly things that we're trying to pull up just to make headlines, like him resuscitating a fish? Like, do we really care about him kissing a fish? Is that something that's really going to be, like, that outrageous that we need to, like, suspend, like, his YouTube channel for a whole month, take away millions of dollars, and then drag him through the mud?
The Tide Pod thing was also...
Now, the Tide Pod, the Tide Pod thing, that's definitely a problem, for sure. I agree there. That's pretty stupid. I don't know, it's just, like, he kissed a fish.
It's weird to me that YouTube would do this completely, disable ads, after the suicide thing, after his Tokyo video.
After the actual thing.
A little late there, YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
the response is so
things.
stupid.
And not only would I not say that this is particularly egregious, but it also, I don't believe, is an example of him not learning his lesson.
Agreed.
I think a stronger argument, perhaps still flimsy, a stronger argument could be made for when he went in disguise and started, like, asking people, you know, what do you think of that Logan Paul?
Right.
You know, do you think he did anything wrong? Because at least then you could construe, okay, well...
He's still going out there and bothering people and being a public nuisance.
He's being a public nuisance, he's joking about it, he's trying to...
Clearly isn't taking it seriously.
He did nothing wrong,
Yeah.
he's not taking it seriously, he's not remorseful, but that isn't why...
That's not what they're pointing to as, he didn't learn his lesson.
Tasing a dead rat.
He tased a dead rat, and he kissed a fish.
No ads for you.
No ads for you. Like, YouTube's priorities in this instance just seem very strange.
Yeah. I feel like part of that is because it's sort of like a probationary period. Like, in the past, if he did this in, like, before his whole Japan trip, like, probably wouldn't make headlines at all. But ever since he's just, like, shown up with, like, everybody giving him flack for what he did in Japan, that, like, now everybody's kind of, like, scrutinizing everything. He's kind of got, like, a magnifying glass.
Mm-hmm.
We're taken up to him, where, like, everybody's trying to find fault with him now with anything he does.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, for me, I don't think the usual Logan Paul, Jake Paul persona that the guys have is necessarily a problem. I do believe that, like, they're a little too in your face, a little too abrasive, and a little too kind of, you know, clearly rich guys who have gotten rich really quick, really young, and they have a bunch of yes men around them, right? They're pretty stupid.
I feel like I completely skipped the part where Logan and Jake Paul actually rose to popularity.
Well, that's because it happened on Vine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's why you missed it. But yeah, it's just like, while that is definitely doesn't quite appeal to everyone, I do believe that that's not necessarily the problem per se. It is a problem when it becomes a public nuisance thing where, like, Jake Paul's going around, like, raiding the neighborhood and, like, setting things on fire and, you know, getting tons and tons of fans to show up. That's a problem.
For the longest time, Jake Paul was the worst one of the two.
Yeah, and I to be honest, I still think Jake Paul's one of the worst ones, the worst one of the two, in terms of like personality and general, like the way he orchestrates himself. I feel like Logan Paul is an idiot, but in terms of like, I don't know. It just seems like we're mad about the wrong things.
Yeah.
Hashtag priorities.
Hashtag priorities. We shouldn't be mad about him kissing a fish. That's stupid. Get over yourself, people. Quit trying to make headlines.
We should still be mad about the suicide.
We should still be mad about the suicide forest.
Still be mad about the suicide forest.
But yeah.
You're supposed to say it again.
Still be mad about the suicide forest. I don't get the joke. This is an echo.
We're saying it a bunch. Also, the podcast live stream is 360p.
Is it 360p? Oh well.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
No HD for you this week, listeners.
360 piece.
Rip.
So yeah, YouTube makes peculiar decisions. In other news, water sweat.
There's crime in Gotham.
As far as what this means for Logan Paul, does anybody know how long this suspension?
I believe it'll be a month.
A month.
I would assume so. I noticed the a lot of articles I read were saying that essentially equates to like at least $1 million.
Wow.
That is being taken away from him, which is pretty. I mean that's a hit for sure. $1 million is a hit no matter how rich you are.
But I mean, he has other
Let's hope
sources.
it's not
of
the
money,
million that was supposed to go to the suicide forest.
Exactly, because technically he's donating $1 million.
Right.
He's losing $1 million for the month. He's also getting sued right now for his Maverick line. So the guy is in some financial trouble for sure.
Wait,
Well,
why is he
but
getting
YouTube's
sued?
not his only source of money, though. I mean,
yeah, that's
think about
correct.
merchandise and like all that other stuff.
Yeah, no, of course. The merch does make up a large portion of his earnings. He's not making any money, for sure. But he's definitely losing a lot compared to what he's used to making. And that can screw you up financially for sure, especially when you kind of establish your life around your set income and that income is suddenly gone, He's getting sued because I believe there is another clothing company called Maverick. And I believe they're suing his line because he also calls his clothing line Maverick.
Is that like just a word though?
Yeah.
I mean, it is. I think that's what's happening, though. I think it's a copyright issue. So I'm not quite familiar with that. I just know that it's happening, so.
Yeah.
All right then.
Anyway, moral of the story is don't be Logan Paul, I guess, because...
It's a fish.
maybe buy a cheaper house.
All right.
Yeah.
That's basically all. Is there anything else we wanted to discuss?
I don't even know.
Nope, I think we nailed it.
I got two small things.
Oh gosh, seriously?
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Number one, the Overwatch update.
Dude! Farrah got a dragon
Chill.
That's all I have to say.
Chill.
Well
My
done,
ears.
Prpl. I'm glad I got a reaction. It's as far as updates go, I'm pretty about it because it's like, in true post Overwatch year one fashion, I find updates very disappointing. A new game mode, except it's just tweaked CTF. New skins, but only like 3 of them are really worth anything. Still no story
Fair,
content.
Hey,
No.
new map.
Kind of very insubstantial. It's basically a new map and a few new skins, and that's it. So it's an update, but I am looking forward to playing it nonetheless because there are like 2 skins I really want. Second thing, it got overshadowed because of Deadpool and Venom. The Jessica Jones season 2 also got a trailer. Has anybody seen that?
Nope.
I'm not.
I also
either.
didn't know a trailer came out.
I saw that the trailer came out. I actually completely forgot about it, though, to be honest.
All right.
I have not seen it
Anybody
yet.
that wants to go see it, go check it out. I've always wondered how they could possibly do a Jessica Jones season 2 because her only villain is Kilgrave, pretty much. But after seeing that trailer, I have a pretty good idea of where it can go, and it actually seems very interesting.
Oh, really? Okay. I'll check it out then.
There's even a few possible connections to other MCU properties, which are just theory crafting at this point. I heavily doubt anything will come out of it, but it could if they decide to go that route.
Huh. Okay.
But either way, that's about it for TTV episode 284. I thank all of you very much for coming out. And
You're welcome.
ha 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 ha.
God, I feel like I've been in every TTV episode for the past like 3 weeks at this point.
You have.
Can someone actually pay attention to the schedule and like show up?
You scheduled yourself on this episode.
I know I did, but the
You
reason
played yourself.
I have to keep covering for people because people don't show up, so I end up showing up on every
I
recording.
showed up.
You weren't scheduled, but thank you for showing up.
You're welcome.
You're the only other person that ever shows up.
Real talk though, like why'd you put X down for this time?
Hey, he was able to make
Dude,
it the other
X
time.
does what he wants.
Yeah, this
He shows up.
This isn't an abnormal time for
X
X.
to show up at like normal times for him. But, like
He's actually more consistent the later it is.
fair enough, I guess.
This is a completely normal time for him.
Does he even know about home base yet?
I thought he did, but I guess he doesn't.
It feels bad.
I don't know how you can not know about it since I have gone out of my way to be like, hey guys, be sure to log into the new scheduling thing. Hey guys, I need email so I can send invites. Hey guys, be sure to check this out. This is a work
Wait, do
in
people
progress.
just like not notice the at everyone's and the messages and all that? Like,
I listen, Prpl, I have dealt with this for years. It feels like I'm just talking to a void sometimes with you guys, where I'll say something and it just goes in one ear and out the other.
sounds awful.
Welcome to my life.
Thank you all very much for watching TTV episode 284. As always, I'd like to give a shout out to one of our amazing patrons who make up our live studio audience. You can go check us out on patreon.com/TTV channel to become a part of that. And you can have your name in the video and your chat in the video. This week's shout out goes to Dubla Jinx, I believe is how you pronounce it. It's like double, but with an A.
Dubla Jinx.
Dubla Jinx! So, thank you very much for your support, and all of you awesome patrons as well. That's basically it. We'll see y'all next week. I'm Meso.
I'm Var.
I'm Prpl.
I'm Invi.
Farewell, everybody. Wish us luck at LEGO Live.
I just don't understand, guys. Like, if you can't make it, just say you can't, like, in advance. Why just not show up?
I don't know.
It's so frustrating.
Less guilt. You show up. Oh, I forgot. Sorry.
Farewell, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.